Hi, I'm Dr Smita Mehra, founder of the Neem Tree, which I started back in 2004. The idea was born out of frustration because where I was working was not very patient-centric. I was not very happy with a few things that were happening that weren't all about the patient. And for me, dentistry and a dental practice should be all about catering for the needs of the most important person in our practice, which is the patient. So let me take you back. Back in 2004, I was looking for a practice everywhere. Couldn't find one. My husband and I were travelling all over London looking for practices that would be suitable, nice little village practice that we could really just make into almost like a spa, but it was there for the patients. Anyway, couldn't find anything. Same time, we were trying for a baby, nothing was happening, and then of course the two happened straight away together. That's life, right? So I signed on the lease on this beautiful little practice that needed a lot of work in the heart of Wandsworth Town village, and it was an old disused doctor's medical practice. It needed a lot of work. It was basically a building site, and literally a week later I found out that I was expecting. So I remember going to the estate agent in tears saying, how is this going to work? Because I've got one baby in here and I've got one baby out here. How can I do the two together? It's just not possible. And she was this lovely Argentinian lady, a bit of a battle axe to be fair, but she really shook me metaphorically and physically and just said, you can do this, woman. This is not a disease. You're just having a child. This is a business. You can make both of them happen. Now go and figure out a way how. So I did, and with the help of my husband and the confidence that he gave me, as well as a great build team, we just got on with it and opened up the first Neem Tree in July of 2004. It was absolutely a dreamy practice. I remember going outside, literally 6.5 months pregnant, starting up the world's first toothbrushing class, literally down the road under the arches of the railway station. Lots of people were interested in this, and it was a really great way to enter into the community and teach people how to brush their teeth. And from there we started, and the practice just grew and grew, as did I, until I had my first little baby, and he was absolutely fine in the end, and really enjoyed working at the Neem Tree Dental Practice in Wandsworth. Fast forward a couple of years, saw a lot of patients there who were working in the city, and they loved the fact that we were all about patients, all about the late opening hours. We were open, I think, from 7 a.m. some days until 9 p.m. other days. The idea there was to be about the people who worked, that could actually get their treatment done after work, go home, rest, or they could come in 7 a.m, get all their treatment done and be at their desk for 9 a.m. That was the idea. In other words, we wanted to be there for you to actually just take care of you. So that's what I hope we've been doing. We went through a few different phases. We went through a few different practices. Opened one Neem Tree in Canary Wharf in 2006, which was amazing because it was actually in the car park in the basement of number 1 Barclays, which was really quite bizarre because when you walked in, it was a building site, literally. And I remember taking some of the team there and all of them just sort of looking at me and thinking, are you joking? How can you make a dental practice in here? And I was like, leave it with me, it's going to be fine. You've got to have that wild, weird vision, and then either it happens or it doesn't. Luckily, it did happen for us. So we opened our doors and it was a great little practice. Really enjoyed working there. That was for a few years. And then opened another one in one of our sort of flagship stores, if you like, in Esher in Surrey, which is near where we lived. And that was our largest project, I think, by far. And it was brilliant because it was the community in which we lived. So it was really putting us in the heart of the community, which was fantastic. Absolutely loved it there. We still are very much part of the community there, as we are in Wandsworth. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. And that expanded from 1 chair. Now we have 5 chairs. It's been 16 years. And yeah, I mean, I think aside from the patients who we've known from sort of birth until age 16, or 16 up until 32, now they're working folk and they have their own families. It's just really heartening to have patients who are basically family in all of the clinics. Along the way, we opened a couple more in a partnership situation in Fleet Street as well as Notting Hill. That was fantastic as well. Really enjoyed that, serving the communities of the city as well as the sort of urban village of Notting Hill, which was wonderful. And now we've sort of downsized again back to the Wandsworth Clinic as well as the Esher Clinic, which have become our home, which we've expanded. And yeah, it's been such a journey. There've been many difficult days, I have to say, just balancing the whole thing with family, with opening the practices, with managing teams, with growing the practices, with COVID, with Brexit, and of course the 2008 crash, which the economical crash, which many of you may not remember. But it's been quite a journey. It's really been a roller coaster. Every day is totally different. I was asked earlier today, what's the big deal about today? Because you're going into clinic, and I said the same. Every day is a big day. Every day it's so eventful, and I love it that way. Is it stressful? Yes. Is it often calming and relaxing? Never, but that's the way I like it. I think we're really lucky with the patient base that we have, the recommendations that they make to other amazing patients, and I have to say, really lucky to have the team that I have, because without them we would be nothing. So, and yeah, I just hope that we can keep on making you smile.